Okay. Good morning, everyone. Pardon my room. It's messy. And it is currently like 8 o'clock in the morning. I am super tired because I am not a morning person, but I am super excited for the day because today is my Pokemon event. So just a quick rundown. Since it's like Poke Fiesta, I'm kind of going like with the whole like Mexican like fiesta theme here, and I also have like a Pokemon dress on. I'm super excited about that. And you got to be comfy, so I put on some tennis shoes, so I'm really happy about that. But yeah, I'm super tired. So, but we're gonna leave in a few minutes because the event starts at 11, and they're giving us a setup time from 7 a.m. to like 10:30, and we live like 30 minutes away from the event. So, and I'm taking my whole family with me, like my parents and my brother. So, like, we always make this a family event thing. So, I'm super excited. There's going to be a lot of people there. I'm hoping it goes well, like, we get a good turnout. And I just bought this Pokemon binder for the, my things are falling out. I just bought this Pokemon binder at a previous event that I went to. There was, like, a whole Pokemon things thing. And I want to start collecting Pokemon cards again, like not for like profit or anything, just like my favorite Pokemon cards. So we will see what we can find when we get there. So I'm super excited, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey everyone, so it's been a few days since the market and my gosh, I was so tired. Like you will not believe, like it was probably the longest market I've ever been to because it was basically an 8-hour market. It started from 11 and ended at 7 o'clock. I think, yes, I'm more than sure those are the right times. Yes, so that was the longest market I've ever personally been to. Usually markets I've been to are like maybe 4. I've even been to a 3-hour market, but like this was a long market, and you know, it was a lot of fun. I like, as a Pokemon enthusiast, like growing up with that kind of stuff, I really wish I had a chance to walk around more, but I really didn't. But honestly, I was able to talk to a few people, and it was such a fun little event. I really liked it, and supposedly they're gonna hopefully do another one when the time comes, so I'm really excited. I would love to sign up again if the possibility came. So I want to go over the list of what exactly sold. Okay, so I have like a whole little list here. My mom made a new market sales list for me. So like this one's all written, and I'll show it to you guys later, but like I basically kept track of everything here. So I want to recall that I spent $125 for this space, and my goal for every market that I sign up for is to make at least 3 times that I paid for the space. So, and I almost reached that goal. Like I was like 20 something dollars away from it, but I'm gonna go over exactly everything that I sold at the market. So let me see here. So, and I wanted to recall that I brought everything with me. I brought the earrings, I brought like my Pokemon stuff, I brought like my regular everyday stuff, I even brought some bags and bandanas that my mom made, and the little bookmarkers that I had too. And I was really surprised by how much small items really sold. Out of all the Pokemon stuff that I sold, I only sold 1 Pokemon. Put a guess in the comments which Pokemon that was, and I'll let you know by the end of the video. So, but actually, no. Actually, I did sell 1 Pokemon at the event, but I did sell another Pokemon the day before the event, but I'm still counting it as inventory since it was like we were talking about it with them and everything. So I'm counting that as inventory. So I technically sold 2 Pokemons. So, and I just want to let you guys know that I ended up selling 26 individual items at this market. Okay, so how this is going to work is that I'm going to start off by listing my my cheaper items that sold first, and then we're going to go down to what the most expensive item that I did sell. And I did sell exactly 26 individual items at this market. So let's see what we are getting ourselves into. So the cheapest items that I did sell were these bookmarks. So I was able to sell 6 bookmarkers. I sold 4 of my regular 4-corner ones and 2 of my animal ones. So I actually have them right here. So it was these that I was mentioning before. I was able to sell 4 of like these random like little ones right here, and then 2 of these bigger ones. So these are also quarter bookmarkers. And again, I sell them for $1 and $3 each. So that was what I was able to sell for them. After that, I was also able to sell some of these wristlets. I sold 3 of these wristlets, and these wristlets I had originally gotten into sewing probably during COVID, around that time, because during COVID everybody was kind of picking up a hobby, and I wanted to do the same thing. So and that was where I did pick up crocheting again. But before I picked up crocheting again, I picked up sewing. So sewing was something that I did. I wanted to find an easy pattern, so I found these patterns for these wristlets and lanyards, and that's what I did. And I would sell them at markets, but I eventually deviated from that. But I had made so much that I still had a big inventory of them, so I just brought them with me, and a lot of them sold. So some of them sold, so I was really happy about that. And I was also able to sell, let's see, 2 lanyards, and the lanyards I sold for $8 each. And again, I'm not really keeping track of like the design because they came in so many different like designs and everything, but I'm not keeping track of that. I was just selling them as a bulk. And after the lanyards, I was able to sell 3 Pokeballs. So the Pokeballs I would sell at $10 each, and if somebody bought a Pokemon, I would give them a discount of $2 off, so they can basically get the Pokeball for $8 each. The one person who did buy a Pokemon, they did not want the Pokeball, so which was completely fine. So, but I did offer that kind of deal if they wanted it. But no, they just wanted that one Pokemon. So they were very happy with it. They were just like they held on to it and they did not want to let it go. And then after the Pokeball, I sold 3 bandanas. So I was really surprised that these bandanas sold. One of them was a bandana, no, 2 of them. 2 of them were were bandanas that I made a long time ago, just like when I started get back into crocheting, when I was testing out patterns, see what I would like to make. And I sold the bandanas for $12 each. So I was really happy about that. And I did sell another bandana. It was a bigger bandana that I sold for $18 each. And that was something that my mom made. It was a very pretty pattern that we sold to an older woman who I think was being dragged around by her grandson. So, and I was quite surprised that they sold, because I didn't feel like that was the type of item that would be selling at this type of market. Because, you know, it was Poke Fiesta. It was a market for Pokemon card vendors, all that kind of stuff. And then I had a few $20 items that did sell. I did sell 1 loaf cat, and I sold 2 turtles. So all of those were $20 each. I was really surprised, and I actually got requested to make like a lot more of like the turtles in different colors. So with the Easter season coming up, those type of items are really popular with kids. So I really know I should be making more of those in a variety of colors. So I just been focusing more on the Pokemon and like more character items, but I know that right now is the time where I should be focusing on generic animals, just in a variety of vibrant colors. And then let's see. Okay. And the last item wait, no. And then I was also able to sell this elephant lovey. So the loveys I had mentioned before, like they were just cute little animal with them, but they're super fun to make, and I got to make a lot more of them. And I sell all my loveys for $35 each. And so I just happened to sell the elephant. I did have a few, I had 4 in total, but I was only able to sell that one. And after that, I was able to sell this pink dino. So I've had this dino for a while, and I I sold this one for $40. So I was quite surprised it actually sold. I've had that thing for a while, and I had no idea it was actually gonna sell. But a mom bought it for her daughter, so it was really nice that I was able to finally sell it. So those were all my regular items, and I'm going to mention the 2 Pokemon that I did sell today, that day. And one of them was I sold the day before. And the one Pokemon that I did sell the day before was the Goomy. The Goomy I sold for $30. So somebody came into the shop the day before. I actually stayed home, and my mom came and ran the shop, and I was like prepping for the next day and whatever, but this kid, he wanted it, and we're like, okay, so go on and get it. And he actually bought that. And so yeah, it was really nice. I was really surprised it sold the day before, and I was just like, oh, this is a good sign for me, you know. And the last thing that I sold was actually another Pokemon, which was my most expensive item that I sold, which was the Mew. I was able to sell the Mew for $70. Altogether, I was able to make a profit of $349. I was just under, just a little bit over, I was like $20 away from my goal. So like, again, like I've said before, I want to make at least 3 times the space. I was almost at that goal, but I made enough that I was very happy with what I did. And I would definitely try to sign up again and see where it kind of leads up to. Because again, this was the first event, and I actually looked on social media, and the people who organized it, they released a thank you note to the community because they had an attendance of over 3,000 people. Like, it was crazy. And in the videos that you could see before, you can kind of see me kind of like going around, like I was trying to walk around before the event started, and you just see a bunch of like Pokemon cards and everything. Like, there were so many Pokemon card vendors. I used to collect Pokemon cards when I was younger, and I was just really surprised how like bigger the market had gotten. And it was incredible. It was an amazing event and everything, and it's kind of inspired me to get back into my Pokemon card collection. So I was actually looking over it this past weekend after just relaxing from the day before. So it was a really fun market. I would definitely do it again, and I'm just super happy that it all turned out very well. So I still have a few more markets coming up, and I still have a big enough inventory that I don't have to concern myself about crocheting like crazy, and because my next market is this coming weekend, and I have another one the following weekend, and they're pretty much Easter themed as well. So I do have a list of a bunch of other animals that I want to make that would really fit with the spring theme, which we'll go over about that in another video. So I'm going to tell you about the best items that work for the spring market, okay? And then we'll put that to the test. So, but thank you guys for joining me, and I can't wait to see you again next time. Bye.